In this video, we take an in-depth look at the app called Go Launcher EX. Now, what this app does is it's a home replacement utility. So it takes place of, say, in my case, I'm using an HTC Evo 4G. It will replace the home screens which HTC phones use, which is known as HTC Sense. If you're on a Droid, it'll replace Moto Blur. With Samsung, it'll replace TouchWiz or MyTouch, whatever it's called for Samsung phones. Um, this is similar to other apps like Launcher Pro or ADW, and this is kind of a newer app in that sort of arena of applications. But it's definitely got some great functionality, some cool utilities, and some unique features to it. So I've already installed it. As you could say, it says open here on the market page for it. So I'm going to press the home button on my phone, and you can see I get this prompt asking, do I want to use Go Launcher EX, HTC Sense, or Launcher Pro? So I'm going to select use by default, and I'm going to select Go Launcher EX. And so here's my home screen. You can see definitely looks different than stock HTC. This clock up here is a clock widget with beautiful widgets, and this is a BatStat widget. You can see down here I have these little circular icons. Go Launcher supports custom icons for this little dock of applications down here, and you can have up to 15 icons down here total, and it'll support custom icons. And the way you would set one of those is, say, I'm going to take this middle one down here, for example. If you long press on that, you get this menu that asks you if you want to change a shortcut, choose the icon, or change gesture response. You go to choose icon. You can see here it is default icon, themes icon, or custom icon. If you go to themes icon, I've installed a couple of themes off of the market. The themes are all free, as is Go Launcher EX. And so I'm just going to pick Ink, for example. And you can see under the Ink theme, we have this collection of icons here. And since that button is my application tray, I would pick that one right there. So I'll just pick that for now. And you can see it's changed it, and this icon takes you to the application drawer, which looks a little different than stock. You can see it goes from side to side instead of up and down. You can change that. However, you can set it to go up and down instead of horizontal. Some of the nice things about this, though, is if you see at the top, you've got these three buttons here, and it'll take you to recent applications that you've opened or applications that are running, which is really handy. Another cool feature that this gives you is, for example, I'm going to just long press on the clock icon here, and you see all the icons kind of start shaking there, similar to an iPhone. And what you can do now is you can edit them. You'll see some of them have X's on them. The ones that have X's are icons that you can uninstall. The ones that don't are system icons, which, unless you have a rooted phone, you won't be able to get rid of those. But some of the cool things you can do is, so taking my clock icon again, see I can move it around, and it changes places with the car panel. You can move it back, or if I hold it over, you'll see a little square pops up. If I drop it in there, it automatically makes a folder for me, which is pretty neat, pretty handy. Quick way to organize your apps from within the application tray. If I want to, I can edit that, and I can add more applications into that folder. I could change the name of it, or I could delete it, which I'm going to do. Just hit OK. And you see it pops the icons back onto here. Also, let's just use the clock again as an example. If I move it down, move to screen, oops, I accidentally did it too long. Let's try that again. So if I move to screen, So you can see it's now giving me a preview of all my home screens, and I can just drag the clock to whichever screen I want to put it on. So let's go with this screen right here, and now it's on my home screen. So that's pretty convenient way to do it instead of just by default it dragging it onto your home screen. Let me go back to that series of home screens just by pinching on the screen. One of the cool things that you can do with Go Launcher is you long press on the screen, you can rearrange your screens on the fly. So now, for example, this screen is no longer next to those, and you can just arrange your home screens however you want. Again, pretty handy. And the screen that's green is your home screen when you hit the home button. Another nice thing you can do from here is if I go down here and push this little plus sign, I can create up to 9 home screens total. Pretty cool. Great if you like having a lot of widgets on your home screens. Personally, I prefer, not that many widgets. As you can see, I don't have much stuff on my phone, so I don't need the extra home screen. So you can just get rid of those by hitting the little X in the corner. But it's nice to have that feature, and again, to be able to just rearrange them on the fly like that, really convenient. One of the other things you can do is just get rid of this here. Do a long press on it. And you can see up here, we can uninstall that particular app. In this case, it's a system application, so it's not going to let us uninstall it. But you could uninstall it, you could just delete it from your home screen, you can rename it, or you could replace it with something else. So, again, pretty cool. I'm just going to go ahead and delete this little guy. One of the other nice features that Go Launcher has is you can resize your home screen widgets, and that is part of the free application. So I have this BatStat widget here. If I long press on it, I get this little menu here, so I can delete it or I can resize it. If I select resize, you can see it will let me change the size of it. So pretty cool. Nice if you have widgets that don't really give you an option to select different sizes. The resize feature is very nice. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit the back button to get out of that. And one of the other things you can do with Go Launcher is I'm going to go to my other screen here. You can see it's got that kind of 3D effect, and that's configurable. Looks a little choppy on the big view there, but you could see it in the camera view here. It's pretty fluid. I can go a little faster, and it, does it no problem. The way you would change those is just press the menu button and go into your preferences. And you see we have a lot of settings we can mess with here, but I'm just going to go and select display settings. You can see you could change or hide your status bar. You can have your screen scroll circularly, which means you get to your last screen, it'll just flip back around to the first one. You can have it hide or show your icon labels, so like when I drag the clock onto my home screen, it wouldn't display the name clock. You could set how many rows and columns you have. On this one, you can set the grid size, what they call it. Right now I have 5 rows by 4 columns. The standard is 4 rows by 4 columns, and you can go up to 5 rows by 5 columns. So that's how you can set that. The transition effect is what gives you that cool 3D effect on your home screen. So if you select that, you see we've got a lot of different options here. I currently have Cube Inside selected, but again, got a lot of stuff here. What's a cool one to show you? Let's go with Roll. I'll select Roll, hit my back button, and you can see it kind of does like a cartwheel to the next screen there. So again, And if you look, you see on the smaller camera view here, it does it very quickly with no problem. So this is pretty nice home replacement app. You can see it runs really fast. It lets you do a lot of customization. If I turn the phone to the side here, you can see it also supports a horizontal home screen, which if you like using your phone as a desk clock, which I like to do, and if it has a cool little stand on it, makes a nice desk clock. So it does support that. Again, like I said, with the icons on the bottom, you can choose icon. You can use custom icons. If I select custom icon, you can go into your photo gallery. Any picture you have in there, you can use as an icon. These icons down here, I got off of XDA Developers Forum. I'll put a link to those in the video description, as well as a link to Go Launcher EX's market page, and to some of these other widgets that I have on here too. I'll put links to their market pages if you're interested in those, and I'll put a link to the wallpaper as well. So again, this is called Go Launcher EX. Lets you do a lot of customization on the home screen of your phone. Lets you change how it looks. Gives you some cool options for your application tray, and some nice functionality, which I think is really nice, is the running and recent. So recent, it shows, the last couple of apps that I've used running. It shows you everything that's running right now. Close all programs. It's going to close everything that's running in the background, which is pretty handy. You don't have to go fumbling through menus. It's just right there on your application tray. Boom, right there, and stupid quick. It's running. Takes you to what's running and just lets you kill it from right here. So again, this has been a in-depth look at Go Launcher EX. Again, like I said, I'll post a link to its market page in the description, as well as links to the themes that I've downloaded, and as well as all the other stuff on my home screen. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you are interested in other Android videos, check out my channel and hit the subscribe button up above. Again, this has been an in-depth look at Go Launcher EX. Check it out in the marketplace. It's free and pretty cool. So until next time, stay tuned. Thanks a lot. Take care.